There comes a moment in every human life, a moment when the world feels heavier than the strength inside your chest, a moment when your dreams feel distant, when your courage feels broken, when your mind becomes a battlefield filled with doubt, hesitation, and fear. And in that moment, you face the truth that most people never dare to admit. Self-doubt is not just a weakness. It is a silent killer. It kills ambition. It kills talent. It kills destiny. But throughout history, there were rare individuals, rare minds who refused to let doubt decide their fate. They rose from nothing, from chaos, from failure, from darkness, and they reshaped entire nations through the power of a single idea. Among those minds stood a man feared by rulers, respected by generals, and studied by leaders centuries after his death. His name was Machiavelli. And today, in this moment, you are about to hear the principle he gave to those who sought power, courage, and dominance. A principle that doesn't just weaken, it erases it, burns it out, destroys it from the root. This is not soft motivation. This is not a comforting message. This is a weaponaire, psychological blade designed to cut through the lies your mind has been feeding you for years. If you let this message enter your mind, truly enter, your identity will change, your behavior will change, your future will change. So breathe, focus, listen to every word as if it is being carved into the pillars of your life. Because this is the moment you stop being controlled by this is the moment you learn the Machiavelli principle that powerful people used to build empires. From this moment forward, you will no longer be the person who hesitates. You will no longer be the person who fears being seen. You will no longer be the person who gives power to insecurity. Today, you begin your transformation. Part 1. Your mind is the first enemy you must defeat. Before Machiavelli ever spoke of ruling others, he spoke of ruling oneself. And he believed something most people never understand. A person who cannot control their inner world will always be a slave in the outer world. Your self-doubt is not an accident. It's not natural. It's not just how you are. Your doubt was built, piece by piece, by the world around you. Every insult you heard, every comparison, every moment someone made you feel small, every failure that scarred you, every voice that told you to stay quiet, stay safe, stay normal. Your doubt is a system, a structure, a cage constructed slowly, silently, over years. Machiavelli understood this. He saw that the greatest battles were not fought on the field, but inside the mind. He wrote that a ruler who is crippled by fear within himself will be conquered by anyone stronger than him, because his inner weakness becomes visible through every decision he makes. Think about your life. How many opportunities did you lose because you didn't believe in yourself? How many times did you stay silent when you should have spoken? How many dreams did you bury because doubt convinced you they were impossible? How many times did you pretend to be smaller than you truly are, just to avoid judgment? Machiavelli would tell you this: self-doubt is the enemy you allowed to live inside your mind. But here comes the turning point. The part most people never hear, never learn, never understand. If doubt can be created, it can be destroyed. If fear can be taught, courage can be trained. If insecurity can be built, confidence can be constructed. This is the moment your mind shifts from weakness to power, because you realize something revolutionary. Your doubt is not you. It is something that grew inside you, and anything that grew can be replaced. Your mind is the first kingdom you must conquer, and today you begin that conquest. Part 2. The Machiavellian principle that crushes self-doubt. Now prepare yourself, because this is the principle that kings, warriors, diplomats, and leaders use to reshape their fate. People judge you based on what you show, not what you feel. Niccolò Machiavelli. This one sentence can erase self-doubt from your life forever, because it reveals a truth that almost no one understands. Your feelings of fear do not matter. Your feelings of insecurity do not matter. Your confusion does not matter. Your self-doubt does not matter. The world does not see your inner chaos. The world sees your actions. And Machiavelli taught this with brutal clarity. If you act with certainty, people will treat you as if you are certain. If you act with strength, people will treat you as strong. If you act with confidence, people will believe you are confident, even if your heart is shaking inside your chest. This is the Machiavellian principle that destroys self-doubt. Act first, feel later. Do not wait to feel ready. Do not wait for confidence to appear. Do not wait for fear to disappear. Do not wait for perfection. Action creates evidence. Evidence creates belief. Belief creates identity. You do not become confident and then act. You act, and then confidence grows inside you, like fire spreading in a dry forest. A king is not born powerful. He becomes powerful by the way he moves, speaks, commands, and chooses. A leader is not born fearless. He becomes fearless by confronting fear. So many times that fear eventually bows. A warrior is not born brave. He simply steps forward when his mind screams. Step back. The moment you act despite doubt, the moment you move despite fear, you break the lie that your mind used to control you. This is how you erase self-doubt, through bold action, not emotion, not waiting, not hoping, not wishing. This is Machiavelli's gift to you, a principle that can rebuild your identity from the inside out. Part 3. The power of ruthless self-honesty. Before Machiavelli taught anyone how to control others, he forced them to confront the truth within themselves. And this truth is sharp, painful, and necessary. Most people are not defeated by the world. They are defeated by the lies they tell themselves. Lies like, I'm not ready. I'm not talented enough. I don't have the resources. I need more experience. I need permission. I need approval. Every one of these lies is a shield you hide behind. A shield that protects your ego, but destroys your future. Machiavelli believed that no one can rise to power until they shatter these illusions and see their life with ruthless clarity. He wrote that a leader must be willing to inspect himself the same way a general inspects an army, coldly, accurately, without emotion. Because self-honesty is the foundation of transformation. So ask yourself, what excuses have you repeated so many times that you started believing them? Which dreams have you postponed until someday, a day that never comes? What skills do you keep telling yourself you'll learn later, knowing deep down that later is a fantasy? Machiavelli would look you directly in the eyes and say, if you cannot face your weaknesses, you will never command your strengths. He understood that power begins in the moment a person chooses truth over comfort, reality over illusion, responsibility over excuses. The day you admit your own role in your failures is the day you take control of your destiny. Self-doubt thrives in the dark corners of denial. But when you expose those corners to the light of truth, doubt begins to crumble. Here is the Machiavellian shift. Do not fear your weaknesses. Fear pretending you don't have them. Fear the life you will live if you never confront them. Because once you are brutally honest with yourself, once you see who you really are, you gain the power to choose who you will become. And that is the moment self-doubt loses its grip. Part 4. Becoming the predator, not the prey. Machiavelli believed that life is not peaceful. The world is a battlefield of ambition, competition, and survival. And in this battlefield, there are only two types of people: those who attack life and those who are attacked by it. Most people become prey not because they are weak, but because they hesitate. Their doubt slows them. Their fear blinds them. Their insecurity paralyzes them. And the world, like a predator, devours the slow and the uncertain. But Machiavelli taught a different path. Become the hunter. Become the one who moves first. Become the one who sets the pace. Become the one who cannot be ignored. This mindset does not come from arrogance, it comes from clarity, a clear understanding of how power works. Self-doubt turns you into prey because it makes you passive. It makes you wait, delay, overthink, and second-guess. And every second you hesitate, the world moves without you. Success belongs to the decisive. Respect belongs to the bold. Opportunities belong to the ones who step forward before anyone else. Machiavelli wrote that initiative is one of the greatest weapons a leader can possess. Not perfection, not planning, not talent. Initiative. The ability to move when others freeze. The ability to take the first step when others are still imagining the 100th. The ability to create momentum when others are stuck in fear. When you act with initiative, something powerful happens. The world starts reacting to you. Situations bend around you. People adjust to you. Circumstances shift because of you. You become the force. You become the mover. You become the one who triggers change. This is how predators rise and prey disappears. To erase self-doubt, you must reclaim this instinct. The instinct to strike first, to decide without shaking. To move not because you feel ready, but because you refuse to live passively. Machiavelli's lesson is simple. If you do not choose your path, someone else will choose it for you. And that is the greatest loss of all. Part 5. The discipline that builds an unshakable identity. Self-doubt does not vanish because of one powerful moment. It dies slowly, piece by piece, through repetition, through discipline, through the daily shaping of a new identity. Machiavelli warned leaders that greatness is not a spark, it is a structure built brick by brick through habits, choices, and deliberate actions. Self-doubt thrives in chaos. Confidence thrives in discipline, and discipline, in the Machiavellian sense, is not about forcing yourself into misery. It is about engineering a lifestyle that creates power. This is where most people fail. They want confidence without consistency. They want strength without repetition. They want a powerful identity without the daily shaping that identity requires. Machiavelli believed that identity is not something you discover. Identity is something you create. Every habit you repeat strengthens your character or weakens it. Every decision pushes you toward your future or pulls you back into your past. Every action either builds your power or feeds your doubt. Here is the Machiavellian rule. Discipline is the enemy of self-doubt, because discipline creates a version of you that doubt cannot control. When you wake up early even when you don't want to, you weaken the part of you that hesitates. When you practice a skill even when no one is watching, you strengthen the part of you that believes. When you push yourself one step further every day, you slowly craft a person capable of greatness. Discipline rewrites your identity. Identity rewrites your confidence. Confidence erases your self-doubt. This is why Machiavelli said that a leader must be firm in his habits, because habits become the armor that protects him from weakness. When you live with discipline, you walk differently, speak differently, decide differently. Your presence becomes stronger. Your mind becomes sharper. Your spirit becomes unshakable. And one day, without even realizing it, you become the version of yourself you once thought was impossible. Self-doubt can survive emotion. It cannot survive discipline. Part 6. The art of turning pain into power. Machiavelli believed that suffering is not the enemy. In fact, he believed something far more dangerous and far more empowering. Pain is the greatest weapon life gives you. You know how to use it. Most people run from pain. They hide from discomfort. They escape anything that feels difficult. And that is exactly why they remain weak, because self-doubt feeds on comfort. It grows in the soft places of your life, in the routines that are easy, predictable, and safe, in the habits that avoid struggle, in the mindset that fears failure. But Machiavelli observed something that few ever see. The most powerful individuals in history were not shaped by their victories. They were shaped by their losses. They were sharpened by betrayal, strengthened by rejection, forged by humiliation, reinforced by hardship, transformed by struggle. Pain became their teacher. Discomfort became their training ground. Adversity became the fire that purified weakness out of their character. So ask yourself, how many times did pain enter your life, not to break you, but to build you? How many times did a failure teach you more than success ever could? How many times did a setback redirect you to a stronger path? But because you labeled pain as bad, you never extracted the power hidden inside it. Machiavelli believed that those who run from pain remain fragile forever. But those who use pain, those who absorb it, study it, harness it, they become unstoppable. Here is the Machiavellian transformation. Pain becomes power when you stop asking why me and start asking, what is this creating inside me? Every struggle increases your tolerance. Every setback increases your resilience. Every challenge increases your confidence. Every wound increases your wisdom. Pain is the iron that forges the sword within you. Self-doubt cannot survive in someone who has learned to use pain as fuel. Because when discomfort becomes your training partner, fear becomes irrelevant. Hesitation becomes weak, and doubt becomes silent. You rise not because life got easier. You rise because you became stronger. Part 7. The identity of the new you. By this point, Machiavelli would tell you something very few ever hear. You are no longer the person who began this journey. A transformation has already started inside you. A shift in identity. A shift in mindset. A shift in how you will approach your life from this moment forward. Because once you understand how power works, once you understand action over emotion, honesty over excuses, discipline over weakness, initiative over hesitation, pain over comfort, you become someone new. But here's the ultimate lesson. Identity is not who you think you are. Identity is who you repeatedly prove yourself to be. You have two choices in life. 1. Return to your old identity, the one controlled by fear, shaped by insecurity, damaged by 2. Or step into the new identity, the one built from discipline, courage, clarity, and Machiavellian strength. This new identity is not built instantly. It is built through daily actions that reflect your power, not your fear. Speak with clarity, move with intention, decide with confidence, act with authority. Carry yourself like someone who knows their value. The old version of you doubted every step, but the new version of you, the Machiavellian version, understands that confidence comes only from action. This new identity does not wait for permission. It does not shrink to be accepted. It does not fear being judged. It does not seek approval. Because once a person understands their strength, they realize something revolutionary. Self-doubt was never a real enemy. It was only a ghost that lived inside you, and you finally learned how to stop feeding it. You are not who you were. You are who you choose to become, and today you choose power. Ending the final Machiavellian shift. Take a deep breath, because what you've heard is not just knowledge. It is a weapon that will follow you every day, every decision, every challenge, every moment of weakness. Machiavelli taught leaders to transform their inner world before they attempted to conquer the outer one. And now, you hold the same principle they did. Here is your final truth. Self-doubt dies the moment you stop negotiating with it. It dies the moment you act instead of question. It dies the moment you decide instead of hesitate. It dies the moment you choose discipline over comfort. It dies the moment you let pain strengthen you instead of weaken you. It dies the moment you shape your identity instead of letting the world shape it for you. From this day forward, you are no longer the person who sits in the shadow of fear. You are the one who moves first. You are the one who directs your life. You are the one who commands your destiny. This is your moment of rebirth, your moment of clarity, your Machiavellian awakening. Carry this principle inside you. Act with certainty before you feel certain, because when you do, the world will reshape itself around your strength, and will never rule you again.